Welcome back to the channel. We brought you the today November 12, 2023 info. I will announce the topic first. House Republicans unveil their plan to avert a government shutdown next week. RNC threatens to ban candidates from debates if they attend Iowa Group's forum. FBI seizes phones of New York Mayor Eric Adams as part of fundraising investigation. Let's move on to the detailed news. House Republicans unveil their plan to avert a government shutdown next week. House Speaker Mike Johnson announced a comprehensive strategy on November 11, 2023, designed to prevent an imminent government shutdown scheduled to commence the following week. The groundbreaking plan hinges on a two-step continuing resolution, CR, intended to extend funding for select agencies and programs until January 19, 2024, while providing an extension until February 2, 2024, for others. This innovative funding approach seeks to address the concerns of far-right factions within the Republican conference who harbor disdain for CRs, arguing that they enable Congress to shirk its duty of passing a budget, consequently resulting in wasteful expenditure. The unveiling of this plan elicited a diverse range of responses. Some Republicans lauded it as a means to keep the government operational without making any concessions to the Democratic Party. Conversely, critics dismissed it as a mere political ploy, highlighting its failure to address the fundamental issue of government spending. In response to the proposal, Democrats expressed their willingness to engage in negotiations regarding a CR. However, they staunchly emphasized the necessity of a clean resolution, devoid of any policy riders. Furthermore, Democrats emphasized their refusal to entertain a CR that extended funding beyond the January 19 deadline. With a mere 5 legislative days remaining until the impending deadline, Congress found itself with limited margin for error. Failure to reach a consensus by Friday, December 15, would result in a government shutdown. The House of Representatives scheduled a vote on its short-term funding bill for as early as Tuesday, December 12. If the bill were to pass the House, it would then proceed to the Senate for further consideration. Subsequently, if the Senate were to approve the bill, it would be presented to President Biden for his signature. The prospects of the bill's passage in the House remained uncertain, given substantial opposition from both Democratic and Republican members. Equally uncertain was Congress's ability to reach an alternative solution to avert an impending government shutdown. RNC's warning to Republican presidential candidates sparks debate control controversy. The Republican National Committee, RNC, as the governing body of the Republican Party in the United States, holds significant influence over the party's presidential primary process. Recently, the RNC issued a warning to Republican presidential candidates, stating that attending the Iowa Freedom Summit, an annual conservative forum in Des Moines, Iowa, would result in their exclusion from RNC-sanctioned debates. This move by the RNC has sparked debate and controversy, as candidates weigh the consequences of attending the forum against their desire to engage with potential supporters. RNC's stance. In October 2023, the RNC penned a letter to Republican presidential candidates, outlining their position on the Iowa Freedom Summit. The RNC argued that the forum lacked official party sanction and attending it would grant the event unwarranted legitimacy. Consequently, the RNC threatened to ban any candidate who participated in the Iowa Freedom Summit from future RNC-sanctioned debates. Candidates' responses. The RNC's warning has elicited varied responses from Republican presidential hopefuls. Prominent figures such as former President Donald Trump, former Vice President Mike Pence, and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis have indicated their intention to attend the Iowa Freedom Summit, undeterred by the RNC's threat. On the other hand, some candidates, including former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, have chosen not to attend the forum, likely prioritizing their relationship with the RNC and the associated benefits of participating in sanctioned debates. Implications and controversy. The RNC's threat to ban candidates from debates has far-reaching implications for the upcoming 2024 Republican presidential primaries. It signifies the party's concerted effort to assert control over the nomination process and shape the direction of the party. Furthermore, the decision to sanction or disapprove of the Iowa Freedom Summit raises concerns about the RNC aligning itself with a specific faction within the Republican Party, potentially alienating candidates who do not share the same ideological leanings. The RNC's warning to Republican presidential candidates regarding their participation in the Iowa Freedom Summit has ignited a significant development in the 2024 Republican primaries. As the party's governing body, the RNC seeks to maintain authority over the nomination process, prompting candidates to carefully consider the potential consequences of their decisions. The outcome of this clash between candidates and the RNC remains uncertain, as the candidates must weigh their desire to engage with grassroots conservatives against the potential repercussions of defying the RNC's warning. The looming question is whether the RNC will follow through on its threat and, in turn, how candidates will respond, shaping the trajectory of the Republican presidential primaries in the process. FBI's seizure of Mayor Eric Adams's electronic devices marks key milestone in fundraising investigation. Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City, has found himself under scrutiny as the FBI initiates an investigation into his pre-mayoral fundraising activities. With a background as a former New York City police captain and a member of the Democratic Party, Adams now faces a critical examination of his involvement with a nonprofit organization, the Brooklyn Borough President's re-election campaign, as well as his 2021 mayoral campaign. FBI investigation commences. In September 2023, the FBI launched an inquiry into Eric Adams's fundraising endeavors. The focus of this investigation primarily revolves around the aforementioned nonprofit organization, which Adams himself founded, and his mayoral campaign finances. The FBI aims to shed light on any potential irregularities or improprieties associated with these fundraising activities. FBI raid. On November 7, 2023, the FBI executed a search warrant at the residence of Brianna Suggs, Adams's chief fundraiser. During the raid, the FBI confiscated 2 laptop computers, 3 iPhones, and a prominent manila folder prominently labeled Eric Adams. This operation underscores the seriousness and scope of the ongoing investigation. Seizure of Adams's electronic devices. On November 9, 2023, following an event in Manhattan, the FBI approached Mayor Adams, requesting his cooperation. Adams complied willingly, relinquishing his cell phones and iPad to the investigative authorities. The seizure of these electronic devices marks a pivotal moment in the inquiry, indicating that the FBI possesses probable cause to believe that relevant evidence may be contained within Adams's personal communication devices. Mayor Adams's response. Mayor Adams has staunchly denied any wrongdoing and asserts his full cooperation with the ongoing investigation. In a statement, Adams maintains his innocence, declaring that he has nothing to hide and is committed to assisting the authorities in their efforts to uncover the truth. Expert analysis. Legal experts closely monitoring the investigation emphasize the significance of the FBI's seizure of Adams's phones. This development suggests that the authorities possess substantial grounds to believe that potential evidence of criminal conduct may be stored within the electronic devices. The forensic examination of these devices may prove pivotal in determining the course of the investigation. The FBI's seizure of Mayor Eric Adams's electronic devices represents a critical turning point in the investigation into his fundraising activities. As the inquiry unfolds, the focus now shifts to how the examination of Adams's phones and other seized electronic devices will influence the trajectory of the investigation. While Mayor Adams maintains his innocence and pledges full cooperation, only time will tell if this investigation will culminate in formal charges against him.